Kwame Brown criticizes LeBron James, claims NBA will be left worse than he found it. Robert Marvi, LeBron wire LeBron James, widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players in history, has earned immense accolades throughout his storied career. Yet, despite his unprecedented achievements and longevity, James continues to be a polarizing figure in the basketball world. Critics have not shied away from expressing their displeasure, not only with his style of play but also with what they perceive as his broader influence on the game. Former NBA player Kwame Brown, who played as a big man for teams such as the Los Angeles Lakers and Washington Wizards, has been one of the loudest voices critical of James in recent months. On Sunday, Brown added to his list of grievances, making a bold claim about LeBron's legacy and its impact on the league. LeBron is leaving the game worse than he found it. In a video shared online, Brown asserted that LeBron James, despite his achievements, will ultimately harm the NBA. "I believe LeBron James is going to leave the game worse than he found it," Brown said. "And that's just my particular opinion because he doesn't have any accountability for how he has impacted the game. He admitted it himself. He said the quiet part out loud. LeBron is a football player playing basketball. And they moved these rules so that his skill set could work." Brown's criticism targets James's physical, dominant style of play, which many detractors argue relies on brute force rather than refined basketball skills. Critics frequently accuse James of bulldozing his way to the basket, taking advantage of his size and strength in ways that might not be as effective under older NBA rules. Additionally, Brown suggested that the NBA has softened its rules in recent years, making it easier for players like James to thrive. He implied that these changes were made at the expense of the league's competitive balance and traditional appeal. The evolution of the NBA, softening our progress, Brown's comments tap into a broader narrative often discussed among fans, analysts, and former players. The notion that today's NBA has become soft. This argument posits that the league has made rule changes, such as restricting hand-checking and enforcing flagrant foul guidelines, that prioritize offense while de-emphasizing defense and physicality. Supporters of these changes argue that they were necessary to inject more excitement, scoring, and pace into the game, which had become slow and low-scoring in the late 1990s and early 2000s. The adjustments, they say, were essential for the league's modernization and its growth into a global phenomenon. Defense, however, remains crucial for success in today's NBA, as evidenced by championship teams that balance offensive firepower with strong defensive schemes. Many would argue that the game has simply evolved, just as it did when rules changed to outlaw overly physical plays in past decades. LeBron James. A divisive legacy. At the heart of the debate lies LeBron James himself. His critics claim that his style of play lacks artistry, relying instead on athleticism and an ability to exploit favorable rules. They also point to perceived flaws in his game, such as a tendency to commit traveling violations and what they view as inconsistent leadership. However, LeBron's defenders argue that his accomplishments speak for themselves. Over a 20-plus-year career, James has amassed 4 NBA championships, 4 MVP awards, and multiple All-Star selections, while also becoming the league's all-time leading scorer. Off the court, his philanthropy, advocacy, and work to empower players have left an indelible mark. Regardless of where one stands on the issue, the debate over LeBron's legacy reflects the enduring tension between tradition and evolution in sports. Will history remember him as a transformative figure who helped modernize the game, or as someone whose dominance symbolized an era of softness? As the NBA continues to evolve, the answer may become clearer. For now, the dialogue surrounding LeBron James underscores his immense impact, both positive and polarizing, on basketball and beyond.